Hi everyone, Neil here, and I'm going to do a quick unboxing of my Fantastic Plastics Prometheus kit that I've just got. It's a 1/500 scale and it's a resin kit. Obviously it's quite high level. Having a look at the parts, it does say moderate to experience. I reckon it's more to the experienced modeler to the moderate, but it's certainly a big kit. There's over 300 pieces, 340 pieces I think in the box. Really comprehensive. So I mean, I'll try and go through it in detail very quickly. There's some nice photo etch with the model here. Obviously the kit can be made either in flight mode or on the ground, so they've got some kind of photo etch for each of those options, and obviously everything been done by Paragraphic, so we know it's good quality stuff. Okay, loads of baggies. First thing to note is it's white resin. I've personally found from my experience with developing kits that it's not necessarily the best resin because it is a little bit more brittle than others. Having gone through some of the parts in detail, I'll bring them out now. There's an awful lot of flashing on this kit. The molds themselves, what's happened is they've come out of the molds and a lot of the pieces have just been left obviously on the sprues, and there's going to be some really fine cleaning up in between here, so these elements here are going to have to be removed in detail, but yeah, I would have expected a lot more flashing to be removed as part of the process, but you know, that's how it's come along, and going to try and do the kit justice as much as I can. So as I say, lots and lots of pre-work, cleaning up, sanding, kind of getting the old scalpel out to take a lot of this off and everything to make each part really good. I don't think it's going to be done certainly in any time soon. As you can see, there's still some mold line defects as well where the mold is, so I'm going to have to do a bit of cleanup on those and possibly some filling if necessary. But overall, very few bubbles. I've found one or two so far, but that's kind of to be expected on a resin kit. And let me just see, so I'm not sure what those parts are. Here we have the rear engines, or the engines from the side on the kit, so there's kind of lots of opportunity to obviously drill out and put lighting in if you want. Some of the info, you know, it's good surface detail really. I mean, I don't know how you can see a lot of this lines here, but there is some detail along here, and it's pretty good. So the molds have been cast pretty well. This is one of the bubbles I found on here. I'm going to have to remove that one and get rid of that, but it is small and it's the only one I've found so far. But yeah, all these pieces seem to be pretty good. These elements here, lots of flashing as well, but you know, nothing that can't be dealt with. And then obviously here and here where these bits join, some of that's going to be hidden obviously. You know, nice little touches where they've added elements to it where the two halves are going to join, and they've included these little kind of guides to help, so that's a good sign. These little pegs, tend to use those a little bit on our kits as well, I must admit. So that's good sign. I'm going to put all those bits away, make sure I don't lose any. Fairly heavy kit, so I know that it's going to take a bit of a challenge to put this together. These are some of the finer bits. I know, as you can see here, lots more flashing that needs to be removed, but again, they all look okay. Can't see too many defects and mold lines or anything, so again, you know, an evening going to be spent cleaning up those. This one here, this one's a lot smaller, and there was a couple of concerns about some of the pieces in here. This one here, obviously, having kind of developed CAD models and kits, there's some good detail in here. So I'm not kind of I'm pretty impressed with the way that Fantastic Plastic have created this kit. A little bit concerned more about some of the fine details on the moulding. These appear to be hydraulics, are very, very fine, and I can see why they haven't been removed from the flashing. But I do have one problem in, where is it here? One of these has actually been damaged. Don't know if you can see this with my finger behind it, but it is broken. The flashing held it together, but I'm going to need to re-glue that or even remold that. So there are a couple of little issues in the way it was shipped and packaged, but considering it's come all the way from the US all the way to the UK, I kind of understand, but it was shipped with a load of packing, whatever they're called. So, you know, they took an awful lot of care to do that, but I've kind of been going through all the pieces. There didn't seem to be too many issues with broken pieces. Overall, it's a good kit. What else have we got? I'm just putting these away, so I don't want to lose any bits. I know they talk about it, but these bits are really small. What else have we got? We got the two halves, or pretty much there's four elements. I can see why they've moulded four pieces. This one to me is a bit concerning because it's really, really thin. It might have been down to the way the CAD model was originally created, and obviously drawing out of the mould. There is a big bubble here as well on the inside. Not a problem. I'm more concerned about the thinness of this. I may have to pour some additional resin on the inside, but you can see here, you can see the thinness around it. So a little bit worrying on that bit, but otherwise, yeah, the pieces fit together well. My big worry is there's an awfully big gap down some of these pieces. Likewise on the other side here. And I'm holding that together pretty tightly, so I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to seal these together and join those up. I might essentially just drill that panel out and rebuild that. It doesn't look too complicated to make, and could easily be scratch built, and I might make two of those or one of those and mould it, because I'm a little bit more worried, so I think I might drill that section out and rebuild that. Otherwise, where was it? There was a couple of little issues around here. Can't see it well, but on here there's four little surface details. They aren't on this side, and there's a piece of damage, or what appears to be a piece of damage here as well in the mould. A little bit of filler, not going to be an issue. But again, I wouldn't have expected some of that necessarily coming out of the mould, so it's probably just been done as it's come out. Surface detail here, not as defined. I don't know if they're going to be hidden in detail. If not, I might have to kind of rework those and recreate those. And then the last bits are again pretty heavy. In you know, this is, you can see that it's a very, very clear kit, and again the detail's really good. Little bit of worry here that there's a curve detail here, and again very thin on the outer wall. May have to watch that one. I don't know how I'm going to fix that. And again, a little bit of kind of moulding where it's come out of the mould there, so I'm going to need to clean up there. But very few bubbles on the pieces otherwise. So yeah, that's it. Instruction wise, it's all on this. It's all on the CD, so there's no other details, but it has been done from the original CAD model, so I'm hoping that the instructions are as comprehensive as I can get it. Hope to do it justice, and I will be posting pictures. I'm not going to do this anytime soon. It's going to take me a long time to do, but keep following me on social network, and you'll see my slow progress on this when I first start to build it. Hopefully I'm going to do it justice. Thank you guys.